Step number 1, nutrition in plants. So what are the nutrients? That are the components of food that are necessary for the proper growth and development of the body. That is called nutrients. And food is essential for all living organisms. Yes. What are the uses of food? Yes, somebody. Yes. Yes, Jack. Yes. Yes, repair the worn out tissues also. Yes. Yes, to do work. Next. Any other? So now the next is, so plants. Yes, and very good. And the next is plants make their own food. Okay, and animals. Yes, what's it? Sorry? Yes, to build cells. And plants make their own food. Okay, but the human beings takes food from that plant. Okay. So firstly, the topic 1.1, mode of nutrition in plants. We humans are directly or indirectly dependent on the plants and animals. Clear? Now the what is nutrition? Nutrition, yes. Yes, and its utilization by the body, it is called as nutrition. हम खाना खा रहे हैं, उससे हमें एनर्जी प्रोवाइड हो रही है, ठीक है? And the first term of this chapter is autotrophs. Firstly, what are autotrophs? That prepare their own food. Okay, auto means cell. Clear? That prepare their own food. Clear? And trophos means nourishment. The plants are the autotrophs. They prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. That means the process of making food in the presence of sunlight. That is called as, yes, chlorophyll is a pigment that is present in that. Yes. So that is called as photosynthesis. They prepare their own food. So the type of nutrition of the autotrophs is called as autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. And the next term is heterotrophs. Heterotrophs, the organisms, yes, their own food and they depend on the plants. Okay, that are called as autotrophs. Clear? Next term is heterotrophic nutrition. Yes, by the process by which from the plants or animals. And that is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Clear? So now the next is why our body cannot make food from carbon dioxide, water and minerals like plants do. What is the reason behind it? Yes, Dhruv? Yes, very good. Because we don't have chlorophyll. Now the next is photosynthesis, food making process in plants. So food leaves are called as food factories of the plants. Okay, and the synthesis of the food takes place in the leaves. Yeah. So what are the raw materials that are for the process of photosynthesis? Yes, what's it? Yes, water. Sunlight is water and carbon dioxide. Clear? And the water and minerals are absorbed by the roots of the plant, so that and then it will transport it to the other parts of the leaf. Clear? Now the next, there is a blue box called as that is given on page number 2. Cells, the basic unit of our life, structure and functional unit of our life, that is called as cell. Okay, it can't be, we can't see cell because as it is very small in size, we require microscope to see it. Clear? We all know that cells, when the cells combine, they form tissues. When the tissues combine, they form organ, then organ system, then organism is formed. You know this thing? टिश्यूज बनते हैं, फिर हमारी जो बॉडी के पार्ट्स हैं जैसे लीवर है, फिर पूरा सिस्टम बनता है जैसे डाइजेस्टिव है, रेस्पिरेटरी है, then it will make the whole or an organism. Yeah. So the cell, the basic and structural unit of our life are what, for example, for making a wall, bricks are needed. Okay, and that bricks for the wall that are act as a cell. Okay, similarly, our body is also made up of so many cells. Yeah, and the next is, so I am drawing a diagram of cell. I am just drawing one cell. Okay. So the membrane that is surrounding the cell is called as cell membrane. Cell membrane. Here, and in the there is a fluid jelly-like substance that is present in the cell that is called as cytoplasm. And in the center there is a round-like structure that is called as nucleus. Nucleus. Here, so you can underline the definitions also. The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance that is called as cytoplasm. The cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary that is called as cell membrane. Okay, and at the centrally located spherical structure that is called as nucleus. So clear up to this one? Yes. So plants take their food. Sorry, plants take carbon dioxide with the help of tiny pores. The tiny pores that are present on the underside of the leaf that are called as stomata. Clear? So what is the function of stomata? Yes. Yes, it helps in exchange of gases. Clear? And now around that stomata there are, for example, this is stomata. There are guard cells. What is the function of guard cell? Can anyone tell me? What is the function of guard cell? So what? Yes. ऐसे होता है तो how you can define it? आपको वो पता है मैम ने ऐसा मूवमेंट किया था? No, it does not protect. Yes. It helps that open. Yes. Yes. So it helps in. So what is the function of guard cell? It regulates the opening and closing of the stomata. वहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं कर सकते हो आप जिस मैम ने किया था. So you have to remember that it regulates the opening and closing of stomata. Clear? Yes. And stomata. Yes. Now the next is, so water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipe throughout the root. So there are pipes through which the water and minerals within the stem, these pipes are present. Clear? So that helps in the transportation of food, water and minerals. Clear? Now the next is, please underline that these pipes form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. Clear? Now the next one, there is a question that is given. Bailey wants to know what is so special about the leaves that they can synthesize food but other parts of the plant cannot. Yes, due to the presence of chlorophyll, they are able to prepare the food. Okay, what is the then what is the function of chlorophyll? Yes. What is the function of chlorophyll? Yes. No, something else. Yes, chlorophyll. What is the function of? Now the next is, so that we have already discussed photosynthesis, uh, the process of the process by which the plants can make their food in the presence of sunlight, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. Yeah. So underline the photo means light and synthesis means to combine. Okay. So carbon dioxide and water are necessary for the process of carrying out the process of photosynthesis. Clear? So what is the ultimate source of energy for all the living organisms? Any question can be framed from these. So if there is no light, there is no sunlight, we can't get food. And is the life will be possible? Life will not be possible because yes, yes, and we are not able to get the food also, and we are not able to get the oxygen because oxygen is released by plants. So there is a process. There is a table that is given on the page number 3. Besides leaves, photosynthesis also takes place in other green parts of the plant, in green stems and green branches. The desert plants have scale or spine like leaf to reduce the loss of water by transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration? One by one, one by one. Only one student. Yes. The process of loss of water, yes, from the plants is known as transpiration. Yes. That is called as transpiration. Clear? So not only the leaves that do the process that takes place that has spines. Okay, the leaves that are modified into the spines. Clear? So now the next is during photosynthesis, what happens? Really very important. Please underline that firstly underline that word equation. जिन्होंने नहीं किया पहले हमने ये किया हुआ है वैसे अंडरलाइन बट जिन्होंने नहीं किया है. So what is happening during the process of photosynthesis? The plant is taking carbon dioxide and plus water in the presence of carbohydrates. Yes, and oxygen. Here, try to always write the equation in one line. Okay. Here, for example, carbon. If you don't have any space, you can write dioxide on the next line. But some students write CO2 in this way, but it is wrong. Or also, this one is wrong. You can't use these things. OB. So, आपने जो proper जो correct है वो ये है. Capital C, capital O, and 2. In the पावर में लिखना है, ऐसे पावर में नहीं लिखना है, ठीक है? So please, otherwise I will advise to avoid it and write the word equation. ठीक है? Plus water in the presence of sunlight. And some students write this on the means they are right. You have to write sunlight and chlorophyll on the arrow. They are not on the this side or this side. Clear? Chlorophyll. That the reaction is going on. That a new product is forming. Next. Carbohydrates. Plus oxygen. Don't write the word equation in this manner. Clear? Always write the word equation in proper line. Clear? You can use these in this way. You can write. Clear? Now coming to the next. So during the photosynthesis, what is happening? Chlorophyll containing the cell of the leaf in the presence of sunlight uses the carbon dioxide water here and it forms carbohydrates and oxygen. Here, glucose, it is the simplest form of carbohydrates. There are two forms. The glucose, that sugar. Now the next, in the figure, please, diagrams are also given. So you have to draw a well-labeled diagram if any diagram if it comes in the question. So now the next is during the process the oxygen is released and the carbohydrate is converted into starch. Okay, and that starch is stored in leaves. Okay, and the test for starch will give which iodine it will give. Clear? So now the next is next box is given. Bujo has observed some plants with deep red, violet, or brown leaves. He wants to know whether these leaves also carry out photosynthesis. Yes, Ramni? Okay, and it is on the next page the answer is given. Here that the leaves other than green also have chlorophyll, the large amount of red, brown, and other pigments that are also pigments, because pigment is something a substance that gives color. ये रेड रोज में उसका अलग पिगमेंट है, जैसे कि कोई डिफरेंट रोज है, कोई डिफरेंट कलर है, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट पिगमेंट इज देयर. ठीक है, so pigments are the substances that gives color to any plants or something else. Organism तो नहीं कहेंगे, any object. Pigments are the substances that give color to any plant. Okay. ऑब्वियसली पैटर्न जो होते हैं ना रोज के, उसमें भी क्योंकि उनका कलर डिफरेंट है तो पिगमेंट भी उनमें डिफरेंट है. ठीक है, so the pigments mask the green color. Photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also. Clear? So next is algae. We discussed about algae. It is the there are, you have seen green patches on the pond or any lake, then the green patches are of algae. सॉइल में भी आ जाती है जहाँ पे मॉइस्चर ज्यादा होता है ना, तो पॉट्स में भी होती है. जब स्टैग्नेंट वाटर होता है तो तब भी उसके जो ऊपर है होती है डर्टी वाटर. So there is a growth of organisms that organism is called as algae. Yeah. So this algae is also green in color. It is, yes, it prepares its own food by the process of photosynthesis. Clear? Now coming to the next one. नहीं, algae fungi is different, algae is different. Clear? जो काई नहीं बन लग जाती है ग्रीन सी, इसके डिफरेंट कलर्स होते हैं. कोई भी नहीं ग्रीन है और भी different colors. There are different types of algae. कोई भी कलर नहीं. ब्लू ग्रीन भी होती है, रेड ब्राउनिश भी होती है. Okay, now coming to the next. Synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, it is made up of carbon and carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So during the photosynthesis, the carbohydrate that is formed, it is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Yes, and the plant also require other things. For example, proteins and fats. What are the proteins? That are the nitrogenous substances. Proteins. Proteins are the nitrogenous substances. That is, nitrogen is present in them. Therefore, that are called as nitrogenous substances. Carbon, hydrogen, बच्चे कार्बन एंड हाइड्रोजन में exist in different है ऐसे नहीं होता है कि अकेला कार्बन है अकेला हाइड्रोजन है नो नॉट इन दिस दैट यू विल स्टडी ऐसे नहीं है लैब में नहीं है that you will study in the further class how they exist here there are different forms also here कार्बन की भी अपनी अलग फॉर्म भी है जैसे कोल है वो भी कार्बन है क्या ना उसमें भी कार्बन है Yes, one minute I finish this topic, then we'll proceed. So now, please. So proteins are the nitrogenous substances. Nitrogenous substances are the substances which contain nitrogen. So that means nitrogen is also needed by the plants. How they get the nitrogen then? Yes, the rhizobium bacteria that fixes nitrogen. Yes. One by one. Yes. 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 That is an example of relationship. Very good. So because plant can't take the nitrogen as they take the carbon dioxide. So therefore, it should be in soluble form. Okay. There. That means it has. So please, and the next, we also give fertilizers. Farmer also provide fertilizers that are rich in nitrogen. Yeah. So in this way, the online students, I am pasting attendance form. Please mark your attendance. So therefore, the farmers add fertilizers that are rich in nitrogen in the soil. Nitrogen to the soil. Clear? Yes. So that is also because that here we need some sort of but more mention nutrition in plants. So it is clear to you that the plants can synthesize the carbohydrates also. They require carbohydrates and they require proteins also and fats also. Yeah. So next, mode of nutrition we will start in the next lecture.